that we are going to be going. Oh, there it is. We are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? It's a freaking scorching hot, and I'm in the garage where it's even hotter. But luckily, it's insulated, and I'm happy with that part. So I got a little fan chilling with me right down here. Got the air conditioner blowing hard as heck over there, and trying to get it posted blowing hard here too. There we go. Mute that. Then I can see everything a lot better. There we go. What's going on, Fred? How you doing? 404, Carlos, Kim, Damien. How y'all doing? Chris Murphy, HM. How you doing? Tim, shine your light. D10. What's going on, buddy? How's everybody doing today? It's super hot outside, at least where I'm at. And I was just showing up my co-host. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. This is our forecast for the next few days. Not looking good. It's freaking gonna be hot. 111, 2 days straight. It's gonna suck. So, but yet, we still gotta keep working, gotta keep detailing. Thank God the air conditioner is gonna keep us going. For me at least. So I want to bring on my first. Oh, let me tell you something. One co-host is COVID. He ain't coming on. So if he coughs, he's gonna get everybody sick. So he's not allowed to be on tonight. So we won't see Papa Smurf. Hopefully he's watching though. The other guy, man, his wife said, "Hey, let's go on a date tonight." And he said, "Okay." So I pumped around and found something great. I want to introduce you tonight, our co-host for the night, Mr. Jamie the Cleaner.
Tonight, Mike, I'm Jamie the Reaper.
Nice. I like that.
Let me get the logo in. The Reaper is here to reap all the swirls that are left on all the car wash vehicles. Because you can get your Reaper over at _detaildepot.co.
Yeah.
Right now, Labor Day 20. Ain't that right, Mike?
Yes, Labor Day 20. Yep.
Heck of a deal.
So I got some of my friends over on Facebook coming in. Paul, how you doing, buddy? He's getting ready. He lives in San Francisco, getting ready to move to LA here pretty soon. Gonna miss that guy. Pretty cool dude. Texas Didi, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
If anybody wants to know that the Mike Max Shine hoodie is very warm, it will keep you warm. Don't you worry about that.
It's already hot as heck already where you're at too, right?
Humidity is 90%, but I gotta wear the swag for the cast.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Gotta represent.
Heck yeah. So tonight's guests. Oh, look at you.
And in honor of having the MOS on my podcast last night, I got to crack open a Diet Pepsi.
That's fantastic. Yeah, he's going to be on mine October 1st, I believe. He'll be on mine.
It's going to be a good show.
Heck yeah. Hopefully, I don't know if he'll be in the closet again or not. I'm not sure.
Oh, he will be.
That's pretty funny.
For sure.
Yeah. So tonight's guests are also in an extremely hot area. It's probably hotter there than it is where I'm at. And they're going to be talking a lot of business parts of detailing, which is cool because some people just think getting into detailing is super easy. To start, yes, it is easy, but to manage it and keep it going is not easy. So tonight's guests are all about the knowledge, dropping the knowledge.
Tacos with these gentlemen.
Oh, monster drinks. You know what? Give me 1 second before I drop.
There you go.
I need one of those.
Go drink up. Who said that? Monster drinks. That's right. We shared some tacos with these gentlemen over at the PNS headquarters about a month and a half ago.
Yep, about that long. Yep.
A couple months ago, whenever it was.
Refrigerator full of monsters.
Had some delicious tacos. They were just dropping knowledge around the table. So good stuff.
Right. So nice guest. If you follow them on YouTube, you will see what it's all about. It's Joel and Sal. Joel Details and his brother Sal. Welcome to the stream.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, let's get fixed up. Where they are there, and well, they were there. Are they frozen again?
Uh-oh. They're trying.
They might be frozen. I'm gonna take them back out for a second. Let them reboost their internet.
Yep.
Or restart it or something. Because you know what? I'm looking at them. They look frozen on my screen. Is what they do.
Oh no!
Look frozen.
Go move the computer by the router.
Something. Let me send them a message. And
well, while we're waiting on them, I got the Reaper air freshener that Mike sent me. Also, one came in the polisher box. So we might as well do a scent review while we're sitting here. So let me crack this bad boy open.
Yeah, what's it smell like? I'm curious. I actually have some. I haven't even opened it yet. What's up, Bobby D? How you doing?
Let's see. Oh no, this is a good packaging. I'm real bad against good packaging.
Are you?
Oh no, easy packaging. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's quite delightful.
Okay.
What is it?
And what's the sticker look like? That should be a sticker back there.
What is that? Like ocean? It's oceany.
Nice.
Yeah, it comes with a sticker. The Reaper.
Oh man.
Look at that sticker.
So they just said they're going to log in on a different computer. All right, so we'll hold off on them for a few minutes. You have the Reaper as well in the Mustang. Nice.
Oh, and Mike has one Reaper left in stock.
I do have one left in stock. I do.
So you can get you a Reaper, 20% off.
Don't have is the hoodie that they supplied.
Yeah, I got that. This is mine.
You did get that, yes. What's up, Terry? Coming in on Facebook. How you doing, buddy?
Terry, what's happening? What is happening?
Yeah, so some of you guys might not. I don't know if you guys see all the comments coming through or not, but I am streaming also on Facebook as well, and as long as with YouTube. So I'm seeing all the comments come in as they come. Which is pretty cool. I ended up getting a box in today. I got some M15 Pros, which are basically the Reapers, the M15. I got some of them in today. And that cordless, look at the earring.
Got the bling bling. What's up, Terry? I see
you. All the cool kids are watching on YouTube. That's right, DD. All the cool kids are on YouTube. I think if Terry went to YouTube, he'd have to turn into like Patricia or Sophia or something, or Francis or something. Phyllis.
I see Terry on TikTok, so he's cool.
Oh, yeah?
He's a cool kid. Yep.
That's pretty cool. I see some movement now on this other screen, which looks like they're having better Wi-Fi and better connection. So, again, I'm going to introduce these two gentlemen, great detailers, dropping a whole bunch of knowledge tonight. And I want to introduce you, Joe and Joel and Sal, the brothers from Details. What's going on?
Hey, y'all. Don't put me big.
There we go.
So what's going on, guys? What's up, fellas? Man, we missed the intro. I was hearing some good stuff there, and it was just blotchy. I was like, man, I wanted to hear all this good stuff they got to say, like an award ceremony or something.
Go back and watch the replay.
Oh, yeah. How you guys doing?
Making it.
Is it hotter there than it is here?
It's hotter than fish grease out here.
It's hot.
It was. We finished up early today. We had a big day this morning. We had
you did.
We had 3 full-size trucks and a exterior 40-foot trailer, but we were done by about 10:30. So
it was that trailer we did in our YouTube video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Heck of a YouTube video.
Yeah, that became a maintenance trailer.
Oh,
so
really?
we maintain that now. So it's good stuff.
So you stand on Sal's shoulders when you do those trucks. Those trucks were not short.
He just lifts me up.
Yeah, they're big old tall ones. Nice rims and everything on them. Look good.
Oh yeah. So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. So usually I have questions. I believe. Let me see here. I'm going to check. You got 10 questions that will get to know you guys, and then we'll take questions in from the chat. We'll talk about business because I know you guys are pretty good at that. And so, first question, I really want to head this one more towards Joel because I know on Sal's answer on this one. So, first question is the connection to detailing stems back to?
The connection to detailing. But initially, I've grown up, Pops has always had custom cars growing up, and, going to car shows, getting them prepped and everything. That was just kind of a part of our, lifestyle. If you've ever, grown up with anybody, anybody in your family that has custom cars, it's kind of a big ordeal the day of or the day before getting a show quality vehicle prepped and ready to show. So growing up doing that stuff. And then I would say for a while, I kind of went into different ventures. Sal went into the military. I went into operations. So vehicles and cars weren't really a big thing for us. And then I bought a nice car, and it was black, and we all know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
I went down the little rabbit hole of wanting perfection, and that kind of led me deeper and deeper into getting perfection out of just my personal vehicle. Yeah. But through the process, I found enjoyment in it. I found a lot of what would you say? A lot of relief and a lot of stress. Just releasing stress and just being by myself. Being in operations, you're constantly, telling people what to do. You're constantly, you're thinking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps ahead of everything, and it's pretty stressful. So when you have alone time, to put your headphones on and just work at your own pace and do your own thing, it's very enjoyable, and it's something I've never lost the passion for since I started doing it. I was like, this is something I can really do for a long time, and nice. I enjoy it. And I became obsessed with being the best, and I'm still trying to get there.
Still in pursuit, never ends.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it does not. So it's that's kind of where it started for me.
So I know, like, when I got into it more than I do, when I first started my business just under 3 years ago, there was days to where, like, I was hurting at the end of the day, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do tomorrow. How do you get through that part?
Oh, so at the beginning it was really rough, man. It was like I was working. Well, the business started in Oakland, and in Oakland, you're spoiled with 72-degree weather every day. So it was a lot easier then. And I also had people coming to my house, where I would do the vehicle. So I was working out of my garage. Once I started working mobile, that's when it kind of got tough for me. I ended up selling that home in Oakland, and then I moved back in with my parents for a couple of years till I kind of got the business off the ground. And, I really wanted to see where things were going to go before I really relocated anywhere. And throughout that time, we're about an hour east of Oakland. And just that hour, if you guys know, going over the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 Pass, you're talking about a 30-degree difference in temperature. So getting used to, and I originally grew up in the area that I moved back to where my parents were, but it had been like 15 years since I had been back. So just getting used to the heat and working conditions, it was really rough. But yeah, I would say that first 2 years, it was like a crash course in just, like it took everything mentally, physically, everything that I had in order to really just to get myself in optimal shape to be able to work consistently, because there would be days where I would work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And when your skill set isn't that great and you're learning, that may only be 1 or 2 cars, and I wouldn't be able to schedule out 3, 4, or 5 days in a row, even if I wanted to. Luckily, at that time, I wasn't getting consistent work like that, so I would have those rest periods. But things didn't change until I started working out. Now I consistently do kettlebell workouts, stretch. I have to stay in. I'm going to be 40 this year, so I want to make sure that like I feel really good. I think I'm in decent. Well, you got to be in good shape to be able to do this day in and day out. And to work at the speed that we're working.
Oh yeah. Buffing people go a little slower.
Yeah.
Let's take a little more time with it.
And the speed that we're working at, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you look at videos from me and Sal from 6 months ago till now, like you'll see a drastic change physically because because we're working, and we usually work fasted. We're not eating in the morning, so we're basically just running off all the energy from our previous meal, which is usually dinner, and then we're just hydrating up as we work through the day. But we're usually done by about noon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
but
I like that you said kettlebells, because that's functional fitness, not just bench press and all this. You're blowing out your shoulders. Kettlebells, that's a good workout for detailers.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. It's definitely, you're doing a lot of lifting. I can't tell you how many times I've twisted my back and I'm just like, oh, that's it. That's it. No, this is it. Where you can't move the next day, or you got to cancel appointments, and you're just kind of like, you don't want to be in that situation when you're self-employed. If you're hurt, if you're down, your income comes to a standstill. So you have to take care of your body. You have to eat right. You have to, stay hydrated. You have to, make sure that your body is well maintained. And we do, with the kettlebell exercises, for me, it doesn't put as much stress on one area of my body either. I'm incorporating everything. So it's not like a high impact type of workout where I'm feeling, I did a big leg day today and I'm, hurting. Yeah. So it's, it's kind of spread out, distributed through the entire body. So I can't recommend it enough for detailers.
Yeah.
So when you're not busy detailing or growing the business, we can find you guys doing what?
We're chilling.
Yeah.
Feet up, everything.
Yeah.
Feet up.
Yeah. Yep. We work so hard. We like to really just relax. When we go places, when we take the wives out, when we go on vacation, whenever we're like, we don't like to do nothing. We're like, we
compete in who relaxing the most.
Yeah. So it's like, find the best location where we don't have to drive anywhere. Once we get there, everything can come to us, all inclusive. Everything's taken care of. Where we really like to just relax. But we both have hobbies outside of work. I DJ. I'm a vinyl DJ. I also do photography. I studied photography in college. I love to cook. There's quite a few different interests that I have that I still kind of pursue here and there, but I don't do them as an occupation. But I got a lot of passions that I've learned to do throughout years. And then we consult when we're not detailing. We consult a lot of detailers and help a lot of detailers.
Right.
Yeah. And even when we're not working, we go to a lot of events. I think we went to 4 or 5 grand opening events for different detailers and shops this year, different events to kind of we try to bring the community together, and, we try to be kind of somewhat of a middle ground for all detailers. I think we kind of, we do it all. We do everything from, high-end collections, vintage vehicles, then we also do fleet work, and we also do, your disaster details. So I think a lot of detailers, we can relate to a lot of them. So we always kind of like to try to be in the mix. Sometimes if you go to these events and there's certain types of detailers, some people get intimidated, or there's people, that only have shops and there's no mobile guys there. There can be, we kind of like to break that ice and just show support in all areas of the industry.
So my last easy question, I only got 10 of them, but this will be the last easy one. So
that's a lot, man.
The part of your job that brings you the most satisfaction is?
I'll let Sal take this one, because I think I've spoken about it a few times, but I'll let Sal, because he's starting to really feel the sense of ownership in the business, and he's starting to feel, the good that comes with it, because now that he's fully trained, he's not so nervous. So I'll let him take this.
Man, that last 30 minutes of the detail, when you're dialing everything in, and you get to take a step back and guesstimate, like, 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. Look at this. Watch when we do this finishing touch. That's the that's the joy that we get when we're done, knowing like, look at the job we did. Now we get to go home, or now we get to start another one. I mean, that's just to see the full process come to an end, start to finish, and then knowing that you're done for the day. Like, it's a sense of accomplishment.
You're finishing that painting and signing your signature.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it feels like. You're signing that signature, you know, and it feels great when, you know, especially when the client really loves their vehicle, you know, and every client gives you a different, you know, sometimes I would say 90% of our clients don't even come outside, you know, because they all know us, or it's more of a trust type of thing. But the ones that do come out, I love just their reaction and their, you know, we did a Range Rover yesterday that was only 6 months old, and they were just, she was just blown away. She's like, oh my goodness, it looks so good. You know, just knowing that you're able to make it look better than the day she bought it, you know, is quite a big sense of accomplishment for us.
And then we like to role play when we're doing a car on a Friday. It's a nice car. You know, they call the detailers for Friday. That way we have the weekend. We just picture them driving, you know what I mean? The windows down. And an all fresh, clean car. Man, there's nothing better than that, right? When you clean your car, you jump in, you take a ride to the store, take the lady for a drink. It's awesome. Awesome feeling. It's like getting a haircut.
Feeling fresh on top of the world.
Oh yeah. That's how we are. Whenever we're doing the car, we're like, oh man, Tony's gonna be fly tonight. He's gonna go hit the town. He's gonna be feeling good. Like, there's no way you can't feel good in a car like this, you know? So we get the energy working with him. Like, the energy is just constantly back and forth. You know, he was feeling under the weather today, so we were just kind of joking around, and that was something I was missing, doing it by myself, and having him here. You know, there's days where I'm not feeling 100% or he's up, but we pick each other up, and we carry one another when we have to, and it keeps you motivated and it keeps you moving. It's great.
Yeah.
So the next question is a question we do ask everybody, but I know the next two are going to be good ones coming from you, Doyle. I know they are. Something you see happening in the detailing world that you really like is?
I like the level of professionalism everybody's kind of stepping up to. You know, I feel like everybody's aspiring to be a little bit more put together, a little bit more uniform, a little bit more, you know, just on every level of professionalism. You know, I'm starting to see people step their game up. And for me, that's very exciting, because when I jumped in, you know, I've been in this, I'm going on my 6th year. So with me jumping in this, I saw a lack of that. And that was kind of my niche. And that still kind of is where people see us, and everything from a mobile perspective, everything is very put together. Everything is very well coordinated. Everything is in alignment with what I envisioned my business to be. And coming from an operations background, incorporating all of that into a mobile business, you know, I tried to make everything as environmentally friendly for us as possible. And I'm starting to see other people incorporate that into their business. And that really excites me. Like, seeing guys doing things that aren't so backbreaking. Like, for us, just over the span of Sal being here, all the improvements we've made, you know, it's kind of like, now it almost feels like we're in the ice age. If we had to go back and do the 2-bucket method, bending over, leaning on the ground, like, we don't do any, you know what I mean? Like, everything. And people are starting to kind of pick up on this stuff, you know, and they're just kind of like working differently. And I'm really excited about that, because now the creativity of the individual is going to start to kind of show a little bit more. And I think it's only going to do good things for the industry and push us in the right direction. You know, even with uniforms, I wasn't seeing a lot of guys wearing uniforms that were like on point. And now I'm starting to kind of see, I'm like, okay.
Just uniforms, period.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, I'm starting to see people really take a little bit more pride in their appearance and their curb appeal as they're working.
Nice.
Yeah. This day and age, if you're going to throw, you know, detailing in your business name, you know, we've kind of set an expectation of what you need to present yourself in this industry now.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. So I know this next one Might take a while, but keep it under an hour. Something you see happening in the detailing world that you don't like is?
Oh, the negativity for number one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of negativity. We put out a video. We put out a video last week, and it was just called, Business Killers, and it was basically just about how people come off negative, maybe on social media, and not necessarily towards one another. It could be towards their clients or potential clients, and that was kind of something we were just kind of like, there's no faster way to kill your business than to talk about a potential client or talk about how cheap people are trying to reach out to you and they don't want to pay your prices, this and that. Yep. It's not a good look for you at all. It kind of shows everybody what kind of situation you're in as a detailer, and your business and your clientele are just a reflection of you. So, it's just kind of, that's one thing I'm not excited about. But I think with things like this, with you guys reaching out with this more of a community-based kind of brotherhood, I would call it, for the detailing industry, it unites us and it brings us together. And that animosity is, first of all, none of us, there's no reason for it. There's how many cars out there?
Right.
It's kind of crazy. And
especially in y'all's neck of the woods.
Yeah, and it's every detailer's responsibility to find their own to be able to utilize their market, find their demographic, really pull in and do something different in their area and provide a service. So I really don't understand, and everybody brings something different to the table. So I don't understand how people can really compare apples to oranges and me to you, this and that. I didn't even compare myself to other detailers when I started detailing. I still don't, and I think that keeps me kind of heavily driven towards these higher aspirations, because I'm not looking at a certain level that I want to achieve. I'm looking at something that's so far ahead, so that's one thing that bothers me. But there's a few things, and then there's another thing that kind of bothers me is a lot of people trying to make their own products that are just kind of rebranded products. To be honest, that's another thing that kind of bothers me, because I'm like, well, same color, same smell, pretty sure it's the same formula, So there's a lot of that, but that's another episode.
Yeah. So I know one of the things that really helped you out a lot when you first got into social media, Reyes was there helping you out and everything, which is leading to my next question. Social media has played an important part of your role in growth by?
Social media has played a role in my growth with the business specifically. So I want to say this for all the detailers out there, because there's a lot of them that have recently started the YouTube channels.
Yeah.
So the YouTube does not bring any clients for us. I don't think I think maybe there was 2 clients that have reached out to me that they said that they saw me on YouTube and they're looking to schedule an appointment. But as far as the YouTube, that's just bringing in, that's for us to give back to the community. Yeah. As far as like Instagram, Facebook, all these other platforms, those drive in business depending on the demographic that you're aiming at. Yeah. Whether you're doing, paid ads, things of that nature, or you're just displaying your work. A lot of people like to see the work that you did. And for us early on, I was seeing a lot of detailers just posting, posting stuff as far as, they would show the clean cars. For us, when I first started, I said, let me show the before and afters. And those ones, like the satisfaction that people were getting out of that and the response that I got out of those guys were the biggest. And those had the biggest impact on me, because people really wanted to see what we were capable of doing, because they were able to put honest comparison and a truthful comparison to what they have and get an idea of what we were able to turn around or what we weren't able to do. But it has played a big role. We don't pay for advertising in any way. So it's it does play a big role for us. But we also use it to, to push causes. And we do a annual fundraiser for a boxing gym. We're one of the main. We're the prime sponsor for that. We do a couple different fundraisers where we're the special guest and the top sponsor.
Right.
We do a lot of stuff like that, and social media really helps other causes that we do. We're sponsoring a mixed martial artist as well. So there's quite a few things that we do that kind of help us, in fundraisers. So there's things that we do that kind of help other people in our platform. And then also whenever we see, if you guys like one of our last videos, a detailer off the street saw us driving by, saw us recording, and we literally hooked him up. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just gave him some clout, tagged him and things like that.
Nice.
It's for that. For him or for other people, because I know if that was for me starting out, that could be a big break for somebody. You never know. It's kind of like a feature on a hip hop album. You never know what that opportunity is going to bring. So for us to have the pleasure and the opportunity to open up those opportunities for people is huge for us. And there's nothing better than giving back to a community that's done so much for you. And that gives us so much love in return.
Cool. So
beat that.
This next question, I think this would be a good one for Sal. The most satisfying part of this journey has been
just learning something new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why one of the reasons why I left my position, my career was I became stagnant.
Yep.
And there's nothing good that comes out of that. And here I'm learning a whole new trade. I'm with my brother. We're constantly brainstorming. I mean, it just gave me that pep in my step that I much needed.
And it shows too.
And it's fun. I mean,
it's a lot of fun, man.
Even this whole social media thing, that's probably one of the hardest things for me in this detail business is getting into the social media. Getting in front of the camera is not my strong suit. But again, whatever you're weak at, if you get better, it's going to make you better. Whatever you know what I mean? So still working on that. And so just getting yourself better. And also, man, it just sparks creativity. We get together while we're working, and it's just nonstop. Like this, we're having this conversation here, this video. We have this video with ourselves every day.
Right.
It's great.
I know when I've been watching, Joel's, when he first started everything, and then Sal, when you came in, I can at least notice the big difference between when you first started working with your brother to now. It's almost like night and day almost. You've gotten that much better in just a short period of time, which is it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for me knowing it just sucks when I first started. Obviously, you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
The stuff that you think doesn't apply. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But the good thing is we both have the same background in the operations, kind of sorta. So it was easy to pick up, and the training that he had laid down was easy. It was easy to pick up. I understood it. We speak the same language. So there's things that he doesn't need to say that don't need to be said because we both understand, and likewise. Nice. It's great knowing that I'm confident and knowing if something's wrong, this is wrong, we got to fix it. I got to go back and do that. Before I was like in the blind. So feeling a lot more confident and making decisions and all that is just great for us, great for the business.
Yeah, and he's still growing, so it's going to be dangerous when we're both like 100%. Because I would say Sal's about 75.
Yeah.
When he gets to that 100, watch out. Like we're literally going to be like covering all of California.
Then you don't have to worry about his 25% you got to go check on. It's just you trust him, and y'all are tearing it up.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah, we're getting him. I'm getting him a whole new a whole new polishing setup. Like everything's going to be like just, you know, because he's learning how to polish. So I think we're going to be able to knock out, what I'm forecasting is that we'll be able to knock out like ceramic coatings in about 3 hours.
Yeah, cool. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can tell on your YouTube channel how good y'all gel and how it's all coming together. So I'm excited for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm excited too.
So here's a question for both of you. If you guys could become an instant expert in something, it would be
an instant expert in something.
That's a deep question there, Mike.
That's a lot of introspect right now.
I don't like the question. We have a teacher, you know, which is
Mike. He's a Canadian. Come up with this question. This is an awfully Canadian question.
You know what? If I could become an expert in anything, I think it would be sound engineering. I have a deep passion for music and for acoustics.
I love music.
I'm an audiophile, so I collect vinyl. I probably have over 3,000 vinyls records.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really big on sound, and I think sound engineering is. Or we're talking detailing, or just
anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it would be sound engineering and mastering. I think that's where I would, you know, and learning it the analog way. Yeah.
Each of your new thumbnails looks like y'all about to drop the hottest album of the summer. So
our business, if you guys haven't noticed, our business is based off of of kind of like the 90s fresh era hip hop, fashion, music, like culture. It's all kind of, it's what we grew up with. It was our love and our passion. So, you know, being able to kind of to gel that creatively with our business, that's that's just icing on the cake for us, you know.
West Coast vibe.
Being able to incorporate style, and you know, so it's been a deep love of mine, and you know, I've worked in fashion, I've worked in, you know, medical, I've worked in a whole bunch of different spaces and arenas, and you know, it's just crazy how everything kind of fell into, okay, I can incorporate all that into my business because I have full control of it.
Yeah,
so,
what about
fun.
You, man? Doing this detailing thing, getting to social media, I would like to be an expert in the editing process. Man, like just learning how we do on Instagram and YouTube. It's a whole lot, man. And we weren't born with these things in our hand. You know, we got some catching up to do, and we're doing it now. And I wish I could be because I see it playing in my mind, and like I said, I was like, man, I could definitely do it better. I just wish I could do how they do it with these tools.
Yeah, that is true. I like the editing thing too, and sometimes I'd be like, man, how do they do that? Like, how can my software do this?
Yeah. And it's like, I wish I could incorporate that into mine, but I just don't know how to.
And I just feel like it changes every day.
Yeah. But that would be a good one if we could do that. Oh man, it would. Woo, you know, because we have a good friend of ours, somebody who we consider family, and a brother who does all of our graphics and stuff for us. And he went to art school with me, a very well trusted guy, and very, very talented graphic designer who does a lot of the stuff for us. But the editing and all of that stuff, if we were able to get that stuff down, like, you know, and we're busy people, so for us to be able even pumping out this much content, it's hard because we're booked 2, 3, 4 weeks out at a time, and you know, we have families, and you know, Sal has a family. I don't have any children, but it's you know, it is time consuming. So if we were, I think that's probably going to be our next venture, is, you know, a focus once we feel like we have everything pretty much honed in, like as good as we want it to be for the time being, where we're kind of satisfied. I think the next venture is going to be, okay, let's really go in aggressively into this digital arena and maximize what we can do, you know?
Yeah. Right on. So we got 2 more questions left, and then we're going to start asking more trickier questions after that. It says, when I have a great day, I sometimes reward myself with.
We usually.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, it's a nice cold Corona for me.
Yeah, so that's one of them. We don't really drink. We optimize everything. So it's truly a lifestyle. Like even our days off, we optimize our days off. We don't work solo. If we both schedule ourselves, if one of us has something to do, we say, okay, well, we're both going to be off that day. Or if if we're working, we're like, okay, what are we going to do? If he has a dentist appointment, I'll say, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to schedule a dentist appointment at that time too. So we're not taking anything away from the business, Yeah. So we really try to run as one unit to optimize everything. But as far as drinking, we'll have an occasional drink here or there, but it's something that's for us. I was a DJ for a few years and working in the nightlife, the party scene. That's not something I miss at all. I'm not 20 years old anymore. The hangovers are not fun. All of that stuff. It doesn't. What it does is it slows you down and you lose productivity. And for us as a business, the productivity is far more important than the enjoyment of drinking. But the occasional beer we have, but then also we like to celebrate by just treating ourselves and saying, you know what, let's take the next few days off. We worked extremely hard this month. Like I want to say, what was it, December and January? I think we maybe had 3 days off within both of those months, and those were only because of rain and Christmas. Yeah. So every other days we were working.
That's the only time it did rain once.
Yeah. I did one car. I did a couple cars in the rain this year. Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? But but yeah, there was we like to reward ourselves with relaxation and just sometimes we'll just hang out. We had a barbecue at Sal's house last week. It just it's just, I think every day we reward ourselves because we're building this lifestyle that we've always wanted. Right. We have the time with our family and we're really integrating it into our lifestyle. So it doesn't feel like, for us, it's not like a Monday through Friday. We see people, we don't even know what day of the week it is most of the time. Mm-hmm. Because we're working. We operate 7 days a week. We try to take every Tuesday off and a couple Sundays a month. But, for us, it's kind of like we're reaping the benefits of our hard work on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. Terry T4, you met in Hayward. He's got a question for you real quick. I think I know this answer, but he says, do you let other detailers work with you or learn by watching your techniques?
YouTube. Yeah. You can get a lot of free knowledge. Like I don't think people really understand the amount of knowledge that we put out on YouTube because we're actually doing it like on the job site. So it's not, for script. Yeah. There's no script. Everything is improvised. 100% everything is improvised. So if I come across some water spots or I come across scratches that need to be wet sanded or I come across, some heavy stains that you are going to see us literally doing it there step by step. And I think people overlook a lot of the little things. If you go back and watch all of our videos and you really just sat there with a notepad and took notes, I'm sure each one you'll probably pick up like 10 new tips. Like, oh my God, like, geez, these guys are really, because we've taken things to like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8 levels deeper than the standard practice. So it's pretty, it's pretty in depth the way that we operate and the way we work. And there's
we're on our 6th phase of towel placement.
Yeah. So we do offer consulting for detailers to either come to us or we go to them. Like there's a young lady in Utah that's going to be coming out in January for us to shadow us for a few days, for 2-3 days. And then we're going to be making a trip down to LA in a few weeks to go help somebody else. But those are all done at a fee. But you think about how much time that you're saving and how much knowledge you're getting wrapped up in that, like real world knowledge. We like to actually go to the client because what that does is, if you've seen our Room for Improvement series, what that does is we're able to cater all of our operation and processes and efficiencies based on your specific business, opposed to working out of, if they come and they watch us and shadow us out of our rig,
it won't work for them.
It doesn't always apply to them because they don't have maybe the same equipment, or they're not running with the same, the same rig or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to be working
The
with.
setup could be there, but we're more the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all about the process.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, you can buy the cookie cutter van, everything all set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're going to be faster, but if you're not working the right way, it still doesn't matter, and most people just with space efficiency.
And limit your evolving aspect in your business. If you get that.
Yeah. And that was one thing that we noticed right now is a lot of people are going back. They're like, oh, I bought all of this stuff. A lot of the people we work with, they're like, I bought all of this stuff up front, and then they realize they have to change it all, because none of it was catered to them specifically. They didn't put into mind their style of work or what they're doing. Maybe somebody does a lot of fleet washing and they got a really small water tank, or they got a really big van, but they're doing nothing but specialty work in ceramic coatings where they don't really need a water tank. Or maybe they're just doing all O&R process, and they have this, they have a 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗪 and all this fancy, water supply and everything, and they're not even utilizing it. So that's a big part of it, is the planning that we talk about as well too. There's things that we cut off completely for people. The last person we did, we cut out the pressure washer out of their business. We said, get rid of that pressure washer.
Yeah.
And people were like, what? Like, you got rid of the, why would you do it? It's like, get rid of it. You don't need it. Get rid of it. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's another tool. It's loud, so there's a lot of things. But
the area he was working in, for sure.
Oh yeah, you don't need a pressure washer. It's not an essential, and I think with my experience working at all levels, doing fleet work, doing rinseless washing, working out of clients' water lines, working with a water tank, also working with just a water hose without a pressure washer, it allows me to kind of see what these people are capable of doing in their business, and what the threshold is and what they need. So it's the experience plays a big part. It's very difficult for somebody to go in and do what we're doing without proper training and understanding of the processes that are needed to get the job done.
Yep. So if someone's looking to get this consultant from you guys, how do they reach out?
So I have a link it's usually the top link in the description of my YouTube channel, and it's for the one-on-one calls. So you can do it 3 ways. You could call us, have your questions ready. You can call us, schedule an appointment, and you get one-on-one time with me. And then you can also contact us via DM or through our website. Yeah, you could get a hold of us, and we can set up a date if you guys actually want to do the person-to-person consulting.
We're not hard to find.
Yeah, we're not hard to find.
I got links to all of that in the description. So once this is over with, you can click on one of them links in the description. We'll take you to all of their stuff.
Yeah. And before we go on to the next question, just so everybody knows, because I know there's a lot of people selling stuff out there, training, this and that. It's not really a training. We're not really showing you the technical side of it. Watch our room for improvement. We're not there to tear anybody's business down. We're not there. This is all coming just from process improvement, space efficiency, customer service. We're just optimizing your business. And on average, we're looking at anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour savings on every detailer that we've worked with. There hasn't been a single one that has not saved under 30 minutes on every detail.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah. So you mean you're not just going to tell them what specific brand of chemicals to buy and send them on their way?
No, none of that. We're not pushing anything on them. It's all process improvement, and it's all, it's all to optimize their business.
It's not there to say you missed the spot. No, we don't care about that.
Yeah,
that's your business. We just worry about
some of these guys will do that. So be careful where you find, consultant and professional training at.
Our last question that we drill you with is a recent non-detailing related purchase that left you highly satisfied is.
Sal could go first.
Thinking hard.
Man. Okay. So it's hot out there.
It's hot.
Sweating.
Real hot. Sweating.
Man, if you don't have the right drawers on, it
I knew it was going to be good.
A long day.
I knew it was going to be good.
So I recently found my pair. Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Told you we optimize everything. Everything.
We've had some funny freaking answers, but that probably takes #1 spot right there.
Now I gotta say mine is good. Mine is I recently bought a pair of speakers that I'm extremely happy with.
Nice.
You know, they really blew me away. I was really excited. I wasn't expecting that from them, but I forked out a lot of money for them, and I was kind of like, I don't know if these are going to work, but they're working out. And they make it extremely pleasurable to watch television, or I'm into a lot of art films, so I like to have nice, clean, crisp, picture with beautiful sound, especially if you're watching like a musical documentary or something. I'm in heaven, So
it's like a surround system.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Oh, man.
That was pretty damn funny.
Great.
So Gil Flores asking, "What's up,
Gil
gentlemen?
Flores? What's up, Gil?
What's up,
Do you
Gil?
have a go-to chemical mixture that you use on a normal basis?"
Mixture.
We don't have any I call them Frankensteins.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any Frankensteins that we make. I saw Jamie making a Frankenstein. Was it last week?
Kind of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You got a bunch.
Jamie is Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, we have. No, we really. I used to mix. What was it? McGuire's super degreaser with something. I used to cut it with something else, and then we do a lot of stacking. Yeah. We do a lot of stacking instead. So we'll hit.
Exactly.
So maybe we're hitting something with iron remover.
Mm-hmm, and then over it.
And then we'll just go right over it with the brake buster.
That's whatever. What I used to do, and then I got tired of doing that, so I just mixed it all together.
Yeah, and there's some things I've learned. I have a pretty good relationship with the PNS guys, and I've learned that some chemicals, when you mix them together, they will counteract some of the agents.
Be careful which ones
in one another. Yeah. And like if something has small traces of bleach in it or something, like I was spraying.
The pH.
Yeah, the pH levels can really. I tore up some black trim doing that. Where I kind of mixed two things. I stacked over. I was doing my degreaser around the outside, and then I hit it with something else, and it stained the black trim on it to where it didn't come off. It lightened it up, and it literally kind of burned it out. So that wasn't good. So solution finish to the rescue. But but yeah, there's you don't want to do that stuff on an interior, because some guys were mixing stuff on interiors. But you can do it if you have mild. If you have mild cleaners, but if you're messing with professional grade stuff or heavy, anything corrosive, I would not. I was spraying something on about a week ago, and I wasn't stacking. I just had something on the tires, and I was using something else for the actual wheel, and some of it had crossed into one another, and it started to smoke. So I was like, okay, that's not good. And it was cold, and it started to smoke. I was like, all right, I need to get this stuff off, right? So it was starting to burn. So you guys got to be careful out there if you are doing that. But no, as of now, we don't really. We do a lot of stacking, but we're not doing any mixing.
I see that you use Bead Maker a lot, and a lot of people ask me. I don't use Bead Maker very much. I do have it, but I don't use it very much. And a lot of people complain about the dusting of Bead Maker.
Yes.
Do you ever?
What's this dust? Well, we always hear dust.
Do you have that same problem or no?
Do you have it, Jamie?
No.
See, I always want to say, I always resort to, if it's something that I use and I'm not finding the same experience with other people, obviously your condition, where you're at, your environment plays a big role in this. We live in probably one of the most dusty areas around. We live in, we're like the almond capital of California. So there's almond orchards around everywhere. We're in the Central Valley. So, we have the Delta breeze. So it's a bad combination, heavy pollen. Then we have almond blossoms, for 1 or 2 months out of the year. So if I'm not seeing this problem, I don't know what other people, even when I was in Oakland, I wasn't experiencing the problem.
Yeah.
I think this could be user based, and then also the environmental factors but we don't see it at all. Every vehicle is going to get dusty. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't matter what product I'm using when I finish up the vehicle, whatever sealant, wax, ceramic coating that I put on a vehicle. If it sits outside for 20 minutes, it's going to get a layer of dust. So
definitely.
I don't know if they're basing their experience off of maybe something that has some kind of anti-static qualities, or I don't see it with BeatMaker. I don't, and we get the question all the time. They say, "Oh,
I don't use it very often." I just tell them I don't use it very often, and so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never come across the streaking. Yes, that's one thing. And we have plenty of videos where we talk about how to prevent the streaking, and PNS does a good job of letting the users know when and when not to use it and how to apply it in certain situations and climates. But as far as the dusting, it's just not something that we experience.
Okay.
Maybe it just make it so shiny where it makes dust. I don't know. It works good.
Yeah, maybe you just couldn't see the dust before, but now it's so shiny that any little thing, stands out.
Jamie,
put it at the very end so you don't have to see it. You know what I mean?
Just do it right before you leave, and then you don't got to worry about it.
It's not dusty if you can't see it.
Yeah.
What's that, Mike?
Do you still mix your DreamMaker and BeatMaker together?
Yeah, I run CleanMaker 24/7 now.
Nice.
I'll run out of DreamMaker, and then I probably won't buy it again because it's pretty expensive.
The DreamMaker, yeah. I think I'm still on my first gallon that I purchased.
Yeah, me too.
I bought a few pints here and there, but I love it for show vehicles. I absolutely love it for show vehicles.
Yeah.
I mix 10-to-1 dilution, BeatMaker, DreamMaker, called the CleanMaker.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cleans up a little bit better.
Yes, it completely eliminates the DreamMaker, like you know how you can kind of see the gloss build up and it leaves a little rainbow streaky kind of deal.
Almost like a coating, huh?
Yes, almost like a coating. So it's it eliminates that. And if anybody out there's having dusting issues, it doesn't add. The DreamMaker is an anti-static, so it completely covers that. I'm
gonna try it because we get a lot of people asking. If I try it, I'll try it. So it's 10 to, you do 10-to-1?
10-to-1.
10 BeatMaker, 1 Dream?
Yes.
Nice. I'm going to try it.
That's the one, huh?
That's it.
Okay.
That's one of the slickest, smoothest surfaces you'll be left with. I've put it head-to-head against pretty much everything that comes in here. I'll do one half of the hood with one and one half with the other.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
That's awesome. So
good to know. Good to know.
I know the one thing that you're great at is the business side of running a detailing business. For the new people that come in that think this is so easy, what are some advices you would like to give some of these people to let them know that, no, this ain't that easy?
Oh, man, shadow a detailer first. Before you jump into this game, I think a lot of people... I have this conversation quite a bit, and you get a lot of guys because it's in the reason this question comes up a lot is because it's such an easy industry to get into. It's you literally
just go down the store.
Yeah, you can have a bicycle with a rack and have some O&R in some microfiber towels and some tire shine and go call yourself a detailer. You could have a car, just slap some stickers on it with your detailing name, business card, call yourself a professional, and go out there. And that does two things. So the first thing it does is it's kind of an insult to the industry itself and to the people that really put a lot of work in. And until recently, I didn't feel comfortable calling myself a professional detailer. Let's just put it that way. That's how much respect I have for the industry and the people that have built it to be where it's at now. You know, I didn't start charging clients until a year after I started, you know, getting into my craft. So I did it almost in an old school way of kind of like an apprentice type of step. And I would encourage anybody to do that as well, just because you need to understand where these developments come from, where the foundations of detailing are, you know, the basics. You need to learn how to do everything from a manual, you know, with just your hands and brushes, and learn your chemicals really bare bones before you start picking up machines. And I'm seeing guys like their first purchase is an extractor before they've even tried to remove a stain, you know, by themselves. So that doesn't really do much for you, and it doesn't do much for the client when you just go in and extract and you're not even doing the proper steps prior, because all you're going to do is leave and then everything's going to resurface. And, you know, there's a lot of things I disagree with as far as starting a business. But the first thing I think is have some respect for the business that you're getting into, understand its history, understand where it's evolved from, and really understand what you want to bring to the industry. You know, there's a lot of guys who get in and they don't know where they want to kind of direct their business. Do I want to do fleet work? Do I want to do specialty work? Do I want to specialize in dealership work? Do I want to do more paint correction? And I think that can really hurt you if you don't have a clear plan of what you want to do, because you're going to be pulled in all these different directions, and you're never going to really develop anything. Like I developed doing just dirty cars for my family. So the regular everyday car was, and then as I got opportunities, I kind of learned how to do things differently. You know, my first boat, my first RV. And now there's very few detailers out there that can say, I do show vehicles, I do boats, we do RVs, we do fleet work, we do trailers, we do paint corrections, we get down on paint corrections. You know what I mean? Disaster detailers. You know, most of the guys that we see that do the nice, like heavy paint corrections, they're not doing disaster detailers. There's not, you know, and it's usually a preference, you know, but I like to be as versatile as possible because first of all, I don't want to miss out on any opportunities financially, you know, because there may be certain times of the year or based on the economy or your location where maybe exterior work is not really big right now, you know, like in Idaho. Maybe your winters, you're not doing so much exterior work. Maybe you're just doing a lot of salt removal and deep interior stuff. So if you're only versed in one thing, it can hurt you, you know, certain times of the year. So I really challenge people to diversify their skill set, learn and all that comes from learning the foundations. And I think missing those foundations really hurt you in the long run. When you try to develop as a detailer, you don't understand processes, and it not only hurts you from the technical side, but it hurts you from a customer perspective, because you can be going to job sites and not doing the job right, and now you have to retract from all the words that you said. Oh, I'm going to deliver the best satisfaction. You know, I'm going to deliver the best outcome, and then all of a sudden you got to go to the client and say, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I've encountered something that I just don't know how to do it. And there's nothing worse than having to have that conversation with the client. So I say, diversify yourself, stay out of debt, start small, see if you like it, shadow some detailers, and go from there.
Yeah. Learn the pH scale. I'll tack that on there.
Oh yes. pH scale is a big one. You don't want to be using acids or heavily alkaline stuff. Man, I can't tell you how many interiors you know, if you're spraying something on an interior and you see the drips and the color change, you need to throw whatever it is you're using away immediately.
Yeah, that's another one. A lot of new detailers, they or even so-called experienced detailers, they always think there's a secret one product that's going to save their life. There's not one out there. There's not.
No.
It's all learn the technique first.
Yeah.
And then that'll get you somewhere.
Yeah, everybody wants to. There's how many people out there using the 3-step method of Terminator, you know, the Terminator, carpet bomber, and finisher, but how many can do it well, you know, without an extractor, without a steamer? Because literally, with just those, we can pretty much get out almost any stain, like literally. But you have to have good technique. If you don't have the technique, you're just going to be fighting it the whole time. You're going to be, oversaturating, overheating, exposing, extra friction if you don't have to. So yeah, it's a lot of it is technique. Like learn the technique first. It'll take you so much further.
Yeah.
There you go.
Carlos wants to know, Joel, what type of beers do you like?
What type of beers?
Yeah.
This is one of the only beers I drink.
The High Life.
I'm a High Life guy. The champagne of beers.
Nice. So
the champagne of beers.
Carlos asking another question. Sal, what type of beers do you like?
Yeah, Sal drinks the weird.
Ain't nothing weird about this. This is
Modelo.
He sweats a lot of salt, so he needs the electrolytes from the 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗧 stuff.
Nice.
I don't play with that. It gives me heartburn.
Yeah. I got one more question for you, and then I'll let Jamie ask if he has any. What is your thoughts on a detailer being licensed or not licensed?
Here we go. So there's pros and cons to both. Well, there's not really a con.
When you mean licensed, you mean like certified from somebody, right?
No. Business license.
So you mean licensed, like I got a business license, I'm legit, insured, all of that good stuff. I think first of all, you're playing with fire if you're not. If you don't have business insurance, you don't have a license, you're playing with fire because, and depending on where you're at, if you're in LA or anywhere where they have high droughts, you're gonna get popped, not only for probably not understanding your water regulations, and then you're probably gonna get popped for operating a business without a license. So those are two hefty fines right there. And then and it's just a basic business fundamental. If you take yourself serious, you should have all of these things covered. Yes, it is money. Yes, it is another expense on your business, but for you to be taken seriously and for you to, I wouldn't feel legitimate until I had those. And like I said, you're just playing with fire. We have I think I upped our policy to $2 million. We have a $2 million insurance policy on our business. Yeah. So we're covered if, we work on cars that are, sometimes over $1 million. So if we're putting our hands, and as soon as we started picking up accounts like that, that's when I called my insurance and said, "Hey, I need to up my policy." Because
it's not very expensive to have business
insurance.
It's
not. It's not. Yeah, people think it's a lot, but it's when I brought Sal on, my insurance pretty much doubled. We do I pay a lot for our insurance, but with the policy I have, the rig is covered if he's in it or I'm in it. If he's alone, if he messes up a car or burns through some paint, he's covered 100%. He gets hurt on the job. Like all of that stuff is, if any customer's property or anything, if I spill some solution finish on the driveway, it's covered. It's a peace of mind, and until you have made a mistake, unfortunately, that's usually when people are like, "Oh shoot, I really got to get this." It's like, don't make that mistake, because if you're working on, man, even how much is an OEM tire for or OEM rim for a BMW on average? Say like a 2020 BMW. We're talking close, probably a couple grand.
Wow.
For an OEM tire, or even like, say if you shoot something on the brakes and it messes up one of the brakes, you know what I mean? That could be like an easy $500-800. Yeah, the ceramic brakes, like you just you mess something up on there, or you're cleaning an engine and you get the alternator wet, or you get a component wet that something in the computer, and that could be a $5,000, $10,000 repair easily. Yeah. So if you're not insured, that's coming out of your pocket. You're getting, and you're not only, it's not only coming out of your pocket, you're getting sued.
That's
and in California, and in California, they can sue you as an individual for a lot. Not just as a business, as an individual. So
basically, do what you want, just proceed with caution.
Yeah. And you guys want to keep operating. Like I said, you're playing with fire. Like, so don't get surprised and don't be upset when certain situations arise that you're not prepared for when you know better.
That's right. All right, so I've asked all my questions. Jamie, you got anything for them?
No, not really. But just going back to the community that they give back to and stuff. Going back to when we met them at Hayward at the PNS headquarters. When these guys walked in the room, the room got brighter. These guys bring an energy that's just unmatched in my opinion. So it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
This episode, it's a pleasure meeting y'all, and keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I got something for you.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm gonna challenge you. In your YouTube commentary in the comments. Great video. Try something else. You know what I mean?
We get great video all the time.
Great video. You gotta stop with the great video comment.
Excellent. I'd be happy with an excellent video.
Okay.
or even just add Joel or Sal at the end. Like Joel, just so it feels good. I'm like, man, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Give me some more love than that, Mike.
I put that in every video.
Yeah. We love you, Mike. We love you.
First from Puerto Rico. His name's Humberto.
We know Humberto. Yeah, always first, huh?
First, yeah.
First.
All he gives you.
Yeah. But no, we want to thank everybody. Like this community has been really great to us. Our YouTube channel, it's still growing. We're recently, I would say in the past 3-4 weeks, we're starting to see the traction that I really expected to have earlier on. But I know, every channel kind of has their own timeline and you can't really compare to other people. But yeah, we're really grateful for everything that we've come across. Every comment, whether it's good or negative, it's always something to kind of give us a little bit of insight to possibly do better or maybe make a more informed decision or even a more creative response. But it's exciting seeing the growth in the community and the support from the community. It's really at times it's overwhelming, especially when we go to events.
𝗬𝗢𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗍. That's the YouTube channel.
And the link's in the description. You guys go to the description.
There you go.
This live stream's over. The link is there to their channel. And
hey, to everybody listening, for whatever reason, YouTube banned me from our own page, so I can't comment on all the comments. So I see all of them. I could comment on other people's page, but I can't do nothing on our page.
We're working with YouTube to try to get it.
So I see them all. Thank you, everybody.
Nice. So appreciate you guys spending the hour and 15 minutes with us. That was pretty good. I appreciate you guys hanging out, dropping the knowledge. It was just really good. I like it.
Anytime.
So in 2 weeks from tonight, we'll have Nick and Ivan with DIY Detail. They just dropped their company out mid-July.
Oh, so it's Nick and Ivan doing it?
Yes, they're together.
Oh, I knew it was Nick, but I didn't know Ivan was involved. Okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're together. They are making DIY Detail, their new product. They will be our next live 2 weeks from today. And then a month from now, we'll have the RAD Company. We'll have Levi with the RAD Company. And then, in October, we got Ladies Night, which will have Kristen, Chelsea from Attention to Detail, and Kelly with the can't forget her name, the company she owns. I don't know why I keep forgetting. And then I know the end of October, we got Michael Phillips with 3D. So make sure y'all
got some heavy hitters.
The Cleaner Cast. Watch Jamie the Cleaner every Friday.
Every Friday, 6 p.m. live on YouTube. And then after that, it's uploaded as a podcast. Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to check out Mike's store.
Ratings.
Go to Mike's. Mike got one more Reaper left. He can run in the sale right now. Labor Day 20. DetailDepot.co. Go check it out.
So let me tell y'all a story about this. So for the longest, we were trying to.
Mike, did you get our package, Mike? I sent a package to you.
Not yet.
Oh man, I was hoping you'd have it before today.
I was hoping so too. So I wanted DetailDepot.com, and someone has owned it since 1997, but has never used it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so you got to buy it from. You got to buy it from.
Here's the thing. So we went and got and the license had expired August 17th. That's why I held off on doing the grand opening. So we gave it 3 days, thinking that after 72 hours. Oh yeah, Royal Reflections. It's Kelly for Royal Reflection. Thank you, Humberto. So we waited 3 days, and it still didn't pop up as available to purchase. So we went 𝗬𝗘𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗪, right? Mm-hmm. Then we did the grand opening. The day we launched grand opening, 𝗬𝗘𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗪.com came up for purchase. But it's not all as bad. I got it purchased.
Okay, good.
So I got the 𝗬𝗘𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗪.com purchased, but it's going to take 4 days for it to get transferred to the guy that does all my computer stuff. So I told them, well, right now I'm running the freaking special, so they got to shut the site down for 3 hours for it to do it. The weekend's over. So mid next week it'll be 𝗬𝗘𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗪.com. Mid next week.
Nice.
I placed the order.
You did,
and I forgot to put in the coupon code.
I know, because just before I came out live,
it's all right. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna do the 20% and refund it back, and then I was like,
"Oh, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it."
Put my phone back down because I was logged in on PayPal. I was gonna send it right back to you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm here. We're here to support. We're here to support all the whole community. And that's another, I guess we could leave it on this note. Guys, I want you, detailers out there, I want you to really, people that are starting up, retail, detailing sites, supplies, that are catering to us, support them. If we don't support them, then we don't have the support from them to keep, evolving and keep providing these services for us. And what's going to happen is a lot of these guys will close their doors and they're not going to be there. And you guys are going to be kicking yourself, saying, oh man, I wish I would have supported them, or I wish I had somebody around here that sold this or had that or this, or, and then if you're not supporting it, it's just like a good neighborhood restaurant. If nobody goes there, it's going to close
that's
down.
My favorite. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When people are like, oh, why isn't there more restaurants like that? It's because they're not being supported. It's not, there's a lot of risk involved when you start any business. And people don't understand, when you start retail, you have to put a lot of money up front. A lot of capital has to go up front. And if you don't recoup that money, that's your next order. That's, that's, and if you have things already back ordered, it puts you in a real big pickle. So guys, if there's things that you love, I know there's a lot, I know there's Amazon and there are these other places where you can buy them cheaper. Support the ones that really, that are there catering to you, that are listening to your feedback. Mike's on all the time talking about, okay, what do you guys want? What's working? What's not working? Getting feedback. He's doing all the things from a customer service perspective he needs to be doing, which is great, but you need to do your role. If you're asking for something and he's getting it, buy it. Don't just ask for it to ask for it. You know what I mean? Oh, you should carry this. Okay, well, if he carries it and you don't buy it, what's the point of him carrying it? So, guys, go out there, support them. We're here to, we buy stuff from guys even if we don't need it, just to support. Just to be there, just to, I just went there. I said, okay, what can we use here? Okay, let me buy a few things. Let me just, get some traction going. And a little post can do so much, just, whatever it is that you guys need from us, here at Details, let us know. We're always here to help. We're always here to support the small guys. And, we want you guys to stick around, and we want this community to grow. And it's only going to happen if we support one another.
Yeah. I think even Jamie, you even have a little something too, right? On your, don't you have a little thing?
I have it's an affiliate. It's a new age affiliate link store.
Yeah,
so
pretty cool.
The order goes straight to the direct company that I'm working with.
Yeah,
but I don't stock anything, so I'm not like Mike. But it's an affiliate website that's way better than Amazon links.
Off your store, I got a.
Oh, nice.
It was from For Real, but it was the big. Shark head version or whatever.
Hammerhead.
A hammerhead. Yeah, hammerhead.
A new fur eel just dropped last night. Pro
I
2.
I saw that.
Better. It's the baddest vacuum attachment you can buy.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, the first generation, I was blown away. Then the second came out, and I saw the third.
Got a third.
I was excited. I was like, "Oh yeah, now we're talking."
Yeah.
But yeah, there's I just want everybody to realize, these guys that are making channels, especially the ones, about products and reviews, like Jamie, Mike, these guys, they're saving you guys a lot of money by you not buying something that maybe you don't need, and they're kind of biting the bullet and working with these companies, putting out the work ahead of time so they can try it out and give you a review and give you an honest, assessment of these products prior. And if we're not supporting them, now try buying it blindly and see how you like that. So
and I
you
try
guys
really
need to
hard, and hopefully Mike does too. To stuff we will review are from good people, like these companies. We try to support the smaller, good people companies.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I have a personal
company that I really support a lot. That is, I think, in my opinion, extremely underrated. Is the Detail Firm? They're out of LA. Their products,
Detail Firm.
Yeah, the Detail Firm. Their stuff is phenomenal stuff, and I just wish more people knew about that company.
Yeah,
they're so freaking underrated. They got some excellent products.
Yeah, I think I have a couple. I think I have a tire shine of theirs. I have some stuff. I have some stuff.
Their soap's the best.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but yeah, it's
tomorrow.
Yeah, but I want to thank you guys for everything that you guys do for the community, because you guys do play a big role. A lot of people don't always give credit to the creators that are really helping us out, and especially the new guys. When I first started out, all I was doing was watching reviews on what's good, until everybody finds their style, but until you have really heard from a professional standpoint and for somebody that's really using the product, you don't really know what you're buying, and some of these things, prices, they range crazy. So, you guys play a big role in this whole, in this community. So I just do want to give some love to you guys and, say thank you.
And you guys continue on making great videos.
We will. We're trying.
Stop.
Keep dropping the hottest thumbnails in the game.
Great videos. Great videos.
We're just getting started with the thumbnails, Jamie. We're just getting started. I know you like them. So
I do like them too. Though they're pretty good.
You like them? Yeah, they're getting better and better. Yeah, we got a great designer, so we're excited. We're having fun with it now. Now we're getting the kinks kind of worked out, and it's the more creative stuff is coming out. So it's exciting.
So I'm gonna end the stream right now, guys. I'm gonna see you guys in 2 weeks when we got Kevin and Nick DIY Details. If you guys want to stick around for a few minutes, when I turn off, we'll be backstage. We can chit chat and then say our goodbyes and all that good stuff. So in the meantime, everybody else is still watching. See you guys in 2 weeks, 6 p.m. 2 weeks from tonight.
Go follow Joel.